going to be rational because you are operating out of the past. You will say things you regret and you will trigger your partner into walling off or exploding. So before you attempt to have a conversation with your partner, ground yourself. Bring yourself into the present and proceed using the next 9 steps to engage in a healthy conflict-less conversation that gets things accomplished. Skill number 2, check your tone. Tone is one of the main reasons couples don't communicate with each other effectively, because your tone could be triggering your partner, especially if they were raised by a parent that used tone to intimidate and get their point across. Take Johnny, who grew up with an overbearing helicopter mom. She may have said something like, "No, Johnny, I have told you 100 times to hang up your jacket after you come back from school. I am sick of telling you the same thing over and over again." Now, Johnny is married and his wife says, "John, I can't believe that no matter how many times I have told you, you still don't load the dishwasher the right way." Do you see the problem? When his wife speaks to him in this tone, he is transported back to his childhood, and his wife sounds like who? His mother. Not a good look. His wife would get more of what she wanted by doing this instead. "Hi, honey. I am so grateful that you loaded the dishwasher, and would you be able to do me a huge favor next time? Blah, blah, blah." Checking your tone is just part of it, and it doesn't work if you are not doing it in conjunction with skill number 3. Skill number 3, check your body language. You can tell a lot by a person's body language, and I use this skill in every session. If I see a client that is looking around when his partner is talking, I know that they are not listening, and what they're doing is they're just waiting for their partner to stop talking so they can put in their 2 cents. Also, when someone has their hands folded underneath like this, with no fingers showing, they are closed off and shut down. So if you want to be open to communication, then relax your body, relax your arms by your side, and look into your partner's eyes and make eye contact. All of this is great, but if you fail to do skill number 4, all bets are off. Okay, skill number 4, check your agenda. Almost all my couples think that complaining is going to get them more of what they want. Take Johnny, for instance, in the previous example. His wife's agenda is getting Johnny to be more responsible loading the dishwasher. Side note, I have been shipping dishes myself for some odd 40 years or so, and I'm starting to get better. My wife yelling at me for being careless with the dishes didn't help. So check your agenda and ask yourself, what am I hoping to accomplish with this conversation? Yelling, demeaning, criticizing is not going to get you what you want. You will most certainly not get more of what you want, and you will get a lot less. So before starting a conversation, ask yourself, what am I hoping to achieve with this conversation? And proceed with love and compassion. If you'll nail the first 4 skills and fail to utilize skill number 5, your partner will escalate and you won't want that. Okay, skill number 5, and this is a really, if I said really again, it would be too much. A really important one. Start listening. The biggest or the top problem I see with couples is that they don't listen to each other because they're too busy arguing right and wrongs. They're just waiting for the other one to stop talking so they can do one of the following things: either rebuke, defend, fix, rescue, and engage in tit-for-tat comments. When our brains are wired this way, we actually never hear what the other person is saying because we are too busy formulating a response. It's like one of those times, it's like my wife's talking and she says, "Oh, I didn't have a good day at work. I don't like what I'm doing." And what I'm doing, I'm waiting for her to stop talking so I can jump in and say, "Get your resume, put some applications out there, So I'm not even listening to the words that are coming out of her mouth. I'm not listening to what she's feeling and what she's experiencing. She doesn't mean me to tell her to put her resume out and put out, go for job interviews. She knows that. So I'm almost telling her that I think she's stupid when I try to fix her. Okay? So when our brains are wired this way, we never actually hear what the person is hear what the person is saying. And you cannot chew gum and talk at the same time. So you either are listening or you're formulating a response. So what's not helpful is formulating a response. So when your partner's talking, take a breath, open your heart, open your ears, and listen. A listener doesn't give advice unless they are being asked for it. It's like you go into Starbucks, ordering a coffee, and then the barista telling you all about their problems. Think. I need to be a barista in conversations. I don't need to talk about my problems, and I don't need to fix my partner's problems. I just need to validate what they are saying. Now that you know how to listen, what you respond with is just as important. And that is going to be in skill number 6 and skill number 7. So hold on. Okay, so communication skill number 6. And this is a really, really important one. Not that the other ones were important. This one is going to help you tremendously because this is going to allow you to have a second voice inside your head. And this is what I train all my couples to have, this secondary consciousness. And I call this the relational consciousness. Okay? And what number 6 is use the relational filter. So whatever's coming out of their mouths or whatever's coming out of your mouth going forward needs to be run through this filter. Okay? So this second consciousness, sometimes my couples say, well, Richie, when I think and I'm thinking about saying something, your voice pops into my head. And it's like, okay, we'll go with that for now because it's whatever works. But going forward, I need you to develop that second voice that's your own, because I don't want my voice in everybody's head, especially all my clients. So before you make any statements, you have to ask yourself these 3 questions. Question 1, is it true? What I mean by is it true is really, really think about what you are going to project onto your partner, the statement you're making. Is it 100% true? And if it's not true, it doesn't need to be said. And if it is true, the next one I want you to ask yourself is it necessary? Meaning, do I really need to say it? Because most of the time we verbal vomit and we end up saying so much and talking so much to fill up the silence is that we get ourselves in trouble, okay? And that's the last thing we want to do is add too much. It's like I had this client one time that his wife said something and he apologized, and then he kind of kept on going and going and going. And I just said, just say you're sorry and leave it. You don't have to explain anything else. Apologize, make it genuine, and move forward. So what I'm hearing is no extra words. So is it necessary? And if it is necessary, okay, and it needs to be said, the last one and the most important one is it kind? Yes, you supposedly love the person you are communicating with, and harshness is not intimacy. And you will not get a happy and connected partner by being harsh. Okay? So take a breath, lead with love, and make it kind. Skill number 10. Stop using the word you. You made me angry. Sorry, nobody has the power over you unless you allow them to. When I used to do prison groups, and it's like, wow, how are you feeling about that? Oh, he made me angry. I says, wow, he can control you like that? Nobody can control me. It's like, but you just said he made you angry. And they said, that's not fair. And it's like, well, nobody can make us feel any other way than how we make ourselves feel. Okay? So I want you guys to stop using the word you. Using the word you as an invitation for an argument. You did this, you did that. Speak from the I perspective. I as much as you can. It takes practice, but it is worth the investment in time, because if you speak from the I, your partner won't feel attacked. They won't go into shame and then have to go up into grandiosity to defend themselves. Like this: hey, honey, I am feeling upset that we didn't go out tonight because we had made plans, right? Had you said, you canceled our reservations, you made me feel this, you made me feel that, what do you think is going to happen with that situation? They still may be pissed off a little bit because, you prioritize them, you prioritize your friends over your partner, but speaking from the I perspective is going to make that conversation less confrontational. Okay, so that's the 10 skills. I hope you learned something. If you didn't, sorry, maybe you knew them. I hope this works in your relationship. If you would like me to do another video on a relationship challenge that you are having, please comment below. And as always, if you like it, like it. If you want to subscribe, subscribe. And that's about it. Cheers.